evening and welcome to the 9 p.m. English news edition brought to you live from RTD channel. And tonight, headlines are: a major donation made of medical equipment to boost the hospital capacity. And concerning the 2026 World Cup, Argentina and Switzerland with the quarterfinals following their victories over Egypt and the United States. So those were the top stories, and welcome back in our newsroom. This morning, a symbolic handed over ceremony took place at the headquarters of the National Union of Jewish Women, UNFD, for a donation of medical equipment to support healthcare services across the country. The ceremony was co-chaired by the Minister of Health, Muna Osman Aden, and the Secretary General of the UNFD, Fatuma Musa Abdi. During the event, the UNFD officially received the donation before handing it over to the Ministry of Health. This gesture reflects the strong partnership between the two institutions and their shared commitment to improving healthcare for the people of Djibouti. The donation was made by the Phoenix Resources Center, represented by Said, as part of its continued support for strengthening the country's health sector. Let's recall that the equipment includes air purifiers for operating rooms. This device helps to keep the air clean, reduce the risk of infection, and improve patient safety during surgery. And in his remarks, the representative of the Phoenix Resources Center, Mr. Saeed, highlighted the importance of the donation and did not fail to thank everyone who contributed to making the initiative possible. He expressed his appreciation to the officials who attended the ceremony and thanked the President of the Republic and the First Lady President of the National Union of Jewish Women for their continued commitment to the health sector and well-being of the Jewish people. He also thanked the medical institutions involved in implementing healthcare projects, especially those aimed at providing essential medical supplies to hospitals across the whole country. And for her part, the Secretary General of the National Union of Jewish Women, Fatuma Musa Abdi, did not fail to express her sincere gratitude to the Phoenix Resources Center and its representative in Djibouti, Said Isa, for their continued support to the people who need it most. She said the organization, which includes a member of the Jewish diaspora, has played an active role in many humanitarian initiatives, especially by providing medical equipment to healthcare facilities across the country. She noted that this new donation will reinforce the capacity of health institutions and help improve patient care. Speaking on behalf of the National Union of Jewish Women under the leadership of the First Lady and President of UNFD, Khadra Mahmoud Haid, she praised the Phoenix Resource Center for its commitment to Djibouti. She also highlighted the important role of the Jewish diaspora in supporting the country's development, especially in the health sector. In her address, the Minister of Health, Muna Osman Aden, did not fail to thank the Secretary General of the UNFD for hosting and organizing the donation ceremony. She also praised the important role of the UNFD and the leadership of the First Lady and President of the institution, Khadra Mahmoud Haid, in promoting national solidarity and improving the well-being of the people of Djibouti. The minister expressed her sincere appreciation to the Phoenix Resource Center and to the members of the Jewish diaspora for their continued support to the national health sector through regular donations of medical equipment and supplies. She said this donation is the first shipment of equipment that will help meet several key needs of the healthcare system, from medical diagnosis to patient care. She added that more shipments are expected in the coming month and expressed hope for even stronger cooperation in the future. The Minister of Health, Muna Osman Aden, also announced that the Central Agency for the Procurement of Medicines and Essential Medical Supplies will distribute the equipment to health facilities across the whole country. Moving on now to another news, the Jewish delegation led by the Minister of Communication in charge of Post And telecommunication, Mohammed Abdul Qadir Musa Hilm is taking part in the World Summit on the Information Society and the AI for Good Global Summit in Geneva, Switzerland from July 7 to 11. The events organized by the International Telecommunication Union, known as ITU. ITU brings together more than 2,500 participants, including government officials, international organizations, and technology experts from around the world. During the meeting, Djibouti presented its goal of becoming a digital and technology hub in East Africa. We come back now to the country's news under the support of the State Secretariat for Sport. A partnership agreement was signed on Tuesday, July 7, 2026, between the Djiboutian Tennis Federation and Douda Taswira Industries at the Gabot National Tennis Center. The agreement was signed by the president of the Federation, Sugey Ibrahim Sugey, and the managing director of Douda Taswira Industries, Sahel Aden. It aims to support two young tennis players who will represent Djibouti at the G3 International Junior Tournament to be held in Djibouti this year. After the signing ceremony, Douda Taswira Industries provided the two athletes with the sport equipment, showing the private sector's commitment to supporting young talent and developing national sport. The two players then took part in a demonstration match in front of officials from the Tennis Federation and representative of the State Secretariat in charge of sport. They did not fail to praise the athletes' performance and encourage them to proudly represent Djibouti in the international competition. The Djiboutian Tennis Federation thanked Douda Taswira Industries for its support, which will help promote tennis and encourage the development of young talents in the Republic of Djibouti. Taking the floor, the managing director of Douda Taswira Industries reaffirmed the company's commitment to supporting national sport, especially tennis. He praised the effort of the Djiboutian Tennis Federation in developing and promoting the sport among young people. He said, "We are honored to be part of supporting tennis in Djibouti. Douda is committed to supporting the sport sector and strengthening its role in youth development. On behalf of the company and the factory owners, we are pleased to contribute to this initiative and support effort to promote national sport," he finally concluded. In his address, the president of the Djiboutian Tennis Federation expressed his appreciation to all the partners supporting the federation. He said, "We are very pleased to have a national company like Douda Taswira Industries by our side. On behalf of the Djiboutian Tennis Federation, we would like to express our sincere thanks and appreciation for its commitment and continued support to the tennis sector." He also called on other Djiboutian companies to follow this example and contribute to the development of sport in the country. The federation responsible also thanked Wolf Company, one of the first Djiboutian companies specialized in sport equipment, for its presence and participation in this such event. Sport news under the auspices of the State Secretariat in charge of sport. The Djiboutian Table Tennis Federation officially closed its 2025-2026 season with an award ceremony attended by numerous civilian and military officials, federation personalities, athletes, and their families. The evening was marked by the recognition of athletes and teams who distinguished themselves throughout the season. In the team competitions, the Djiboutian Coast Guard took first place ahead of the Gendarmerie, EMD University, and the Humbuli team. In the first division, Burhan Abdul Qadir confirmed his status as the national number one by winning the men's title ahead of Mohammed Ahmed and Jamal. In the women's competition, Seredo Mahmoud emerged victorious, followed by Nasima Mahmoud and Asma Ismail. Through this closing ceremony, the Djiboutian Table Tennis Federation celebrated the performances of its champions while paying a vibrant tribute to the coach, officials, and partners whose commitment contribute to the development of this sport in Djibouti. We continue with an operation carried out by the Customs Brigade in the Tajura region, showing the authorities' ongoing effort to fight against smuggling. Customs officers in the region seized 5,304 kilograms of illegal cats in the sub-prefecture of Dora. When they saw the officers, the smugglers fled, leaving behind their cargo in accordance with the law. The seized goods were immediately destroyed by the customs authorities. The Director General of Customs, Guled Ahmed Yusuf, did not fail to praise the professionalism and vigilance of the Tajura Customs team. Now let's turn to the regional news and the challenges related to the energy integration in East Africa. Members countries of the East Africa Power Pool have been discussing a reform of the organization's governance to reinforce the launch of the regional electricity market. The recommendation from this meeting will be submitted to the EAPP Council of Ministers with the aim of strengthening energy integration in East Africa region. Staying in the region, here is another diplomatic development in South Sudan. The African Union continues to support the peace process and political transition as the upcoming election approach. A high-level African Union delegation has arrived in Juba to support the implementation of the revitalized 2018 peace agreement and to assist the political transition process in South Sudan. The mission includes consultations with authorities and stakeholders to assess progress and promote stability in the lead-up to the upcoming elections, which will be held in South Sudan. And to conclude this edition, let's turn to the international sport with the latest news of the 2026 World Cup, where the quarterfinals matches are starting to take shape. Argentina and Switzerland secured their place in the 2026 World Cup quarterfinals on Tuesday. Argentina defeated Egypt 3-2, while Switzerland eliminated Colombia on penalties. So that's it for tonight's news. Thanks for being with us and stay tuned for more on RTD channel.